I know everything I need to know. Today's password is melon. When I use it at the border, the watch will have to let me pass. And by the time they find out they've been duped, I'll be in Seastone. Hey, Cheap. I'll be back soon, Cheap. I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong, but unfortunately I'm pregnant. And I don't know, I just know that I need to get out of... I think I fished enough today. There are other things to do. The willow is stretching its branches up high into the sky with glee. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that, it'll shade half the garden. I wonder if trees regard a carpenter as the bogeyman. It's not nice, but I'll have to find out. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw guided by two men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Wow, I feel a bit dirty. It'll be all right. You'll see. Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able to shine directly onto the waterfall again and is now producing a pretty rainbow over the garden. A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck. You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
I don't need your spade anymore. I've put it over there.
Ah, that's great. And you've dug a lovely hole too, right in the middle of my lawn.
Ah, sorry about that.
Oh, what the heck. I'll plant it with something.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Hey, Cheap. I have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that for you. I'll be back soon, Cheap. Hey, Cheap. Do you want a few worms? Yes, nice fat juicy ones. I really shouldn't tease him anymore. Cheap is a vegetarian and a gourmand. Worms are no more a delicacy to him than they are to me. The only thing I can say in my defence is that is what a weeping willow is meant to look like. I'll leave her to work. This magical epidemic seems to be really worrying her. Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Hypothetically, if Cheap Cheap had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength, which you have just done, have you not?
Really?
Of course, but the effect would not last long enough to transport you to, let's say, Seastone.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
All right, bring me some sunflower seeds.
What exactly do you want to do with the sunflower seeds?
You'll see. It will make Cheap Cheap strong enough to carry even a heavy load for a short while.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Good. Keep still.
That's it.
Just give Cheap Cheap these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks. Whatever you did to those sunflower seeds looked like magic to me.
Oh no, it was the opposite of magic. Nature, life, pure life.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Listen to the wind in the willows and the mole and the toad. They know the answer.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything? Now, don't exaggerate. Okay, here. Oh, I hope it works. But what's he going to be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as it is. Oh, that's overdoing it a bit. I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it. It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you? You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see it? I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheap Cheap blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it. You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Cheap? The little chap has enough strength to demolish a heavy wooden box. That's a pretty good sign. The floor of the box has been covered with newspaper. I wonder how long the hippogriff had to cope with being in there. Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger, a bit more griff and a bit less hippo? Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things. You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone? Right then. The Archmage? Murdered? By Wilbur Weathervane? There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends. Away to Seastone.
My name is Weathervane, Professor Weathervane.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome! Gnomes can't do magic!
I can, and have. During my mage training, yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritaserum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
You seem to really know a lot about magic.
More than you, anyway. Maybe we should switch places.
Maybe you should shut your... we never talked to teachers like that in my day.
Well, we do in mine. We'd like to have answers to our questions.
How about you sit down properly first?
Nope.
Nope? That's no professor. Or, more properly, yes, Professor.
Nope means yes, Professor. That's going to cause some misunderstandings. So, the magic constant? Veritaserum? Ancient magic runes? We want to learn something.
I will answer all your questions, but not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic. To be exact, only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last 800 years. He defeated Gremar, the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
He was called Sit Down at Your Desk Properly and Don't Ask Stupid Questions.
But don't they say there are no stupid questions, only stupid answers? And that there aren't supposed to be any bad students, only bad teachers?
Not right now. We will open your textbooks to page 100 and...
So I was right, wasn't I? You know nothing, not even the name of the only great maid your own people ever produced.
I just need a drink of water. Frog in my throat.
Ha!
Oh man, Master Marcus warned me that the students would test me the first few hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't know all these things. I know nothing. Easy, boy, easy. Think, Wilbur, think. It looked like this before I ever moved in. Generations of teachers must have left their stuff here. I like it. The school has a history, and when I have time, I'll rummage through it. A few of the crates and boxes are labelled. Hands off. Property of the half-blood prince. Schrödinger. That box could hold a dead cat. Or not. Master Marcus and the Archmage were so busy rebuilding the city that no one had the opportunity to teach me anything about teaching. This box was in a shop window down in the city. I thought it might be useful. After all, there are children with magic wands on it. But unfortunately, it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks. Like that old one with Mr. Wupperman, the top hat and the rabbit. Master Marcus and the Archmage, but unfortunately, it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks. Like that old one with Mr. Wupperman, the top hat and the rabbit. Short white rope, pair of dice, playing cards, and a guide on how to lead people up the garden path. That's just not right. Real magic or none at all. It can't be healthy in the long run for Friedlin to always eat parchment and old scrolls. Perhaps he'd like the pet food I bought. Friedlin might prefer green grass or fresh carrots, but all I could find in the city was this pet food. The entire school building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. It disappeared overnight and then reappeared just as suddenly once the war ended. There's a lot of magic in these old walls. The stove is always on, for example, and even though I've never put any wood in it. A magical stove is a fine thing in winter, but in the summer, this small room could quickly become sweltering. Ow! That stone is definitely more than just warm. A beautiful golden ear trumpet. One of my predecessors must have laid it up there. A very tall predecessor. A bowl of fresh, cool water for my roommate. way I'm taking the bowl with me. I mean, how am I supposed to put a bowl of water into my pocket without getting my robe soaking wet? It's not like I can just carry anything around. But I could use the bowl here in the room. Do you want some water, Fridolin? He seems to be hungry more than anything. The bed is pretty cozy. It's so cozy that Fridolin is curled up in it. But that's okay. Friends share. And he lets me sleep at the foot end. Earlier, in a situation like this, I would have holed up in bed and hoped that everything would somehow take care of itself. But those days are gone. I'm a professor of magic, and I have to solve my own problems. The bed is pretty cozy. It's so cozy but that's okay. Friends share. And he lets me sleep at the foot end. The teddy is just, a keepsake and some moral support from home. Soft and cuddly moral support. Earlier, in a situation like this, I would have holed up, but don't... My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Meggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines, but Grandad says there's no future in it. It wasn't easy to tell them I'm not an engineer, but a mage instead. Mum said she'd always suspected it. These are the aviator goggles that my granddad gave me before my first trip to Seastone. Well, pair of aviator goggles. The original pair was lost when Grandad fired me into the cannon. That's when I found out Grandad has a whole box of these goggles. Every time he tries to persuade some idiot to do something stupid, he makes a rousing speech and then hands over his old aviator goggles. This is Fridolin, my rabbit sheep. I had to cast the transformation spell during my mage training, and this is the result. I think we make a good team. A young mage and his rabbit sheep fighting side by side as a force for good. Unfortunately, Fridolin doesn't do much other than lay in bed and eat. I still have to convince him it's important. Well, buddy? What are you eating there? Hey, that's my notepad. I might still need that notepad. Hey, I thought we were a team. Fridolin gets pretty grumpy when he's hungry. Truth be told, he's always hungry. This is my contract, signed by the Archmage. I'm the first teacher in the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. At least, the first since the school reappeared. At first, I didn't want to accept. I know almost nothing about magic. But Master Alistair said there are very few mages left, and I had completed mage training faster than anyone else. I was the right person for the job. I wanted to help and learn more about magic, so I agreed. Hopefully that was the right decision. I wouldn't want to disappoint Master Alistair. My wand! The King of Thieves got it for me during my mage training. He and the other rats have been tirelessly helping to rebuild the city in recent months. They work closely with the Archmage, albeit mostly in secret. I still haven't figured out exactly how it works. Sometimes it performs the most amazing magic, sometimes it can't even perform the simplest of tasks. Archmage Alistair's promised to have a look at it sometime. Maybe it has a loose connection or something. Mages use balls like this to communicate over long distances. Master Marcus explained it to me. He'll know how I can tame those unruly students. So, what was that number again? 64731?
Hello.
Ah! Oh, wrong number! I can't remember Master Marcus's number. I had it written in my notebook. Okay, we'll do it like this. I'll give you some delicious pet food, and you give me my notebook back. Okay, buddy? All right, me first. Okay. Now give me my notebook, please. Hey, I thought we had a deal. I've thought a few times about whether I should try to fully transform Friedlin into a sheep or back into a rabbit. He seems to be quite happy the way he is, and I'm afraid that I might accidentally transform him into an elephant or a skunk or a dog. Do you want some water, Friedlin? He seems to be hungry more than anything. Maybe I can lure Friedlin away from my notepad. That's it. That's all there is. Hey, Friedlin, look! Food! All you have to do is hop over here and get it. Wow! My rabbit sheep has superpowers. But now the food is gone and Friedlin is still hungry. Ah, no wonder I didn't do it right. It says, space-saving instant dry food. Soak in water before feeding. Ah, crap. How about some water to wash the food down? That's what I thought. Food was pretty dry, right? See how well I take care of you? Then maybe we could talk about my notebook. Oops. I'll read the instructions next time, promise. Sorry. It says, Master Marcus, only in emergencies, 64179. This is definitely an emergency. I'm losing my students' respect before I even had it. Well, 64179 and 9. Hopefully this will work this time.
Yes? Hello?
Master Marcus!
Wilbur, what is it?
You have to help me, Master Marcus. The students, they're always asking me questions.
Of course, you're their teacher.
But I don't know the answers. I've only been a teacher for a few days and I'm all alone. And the school is eerie and there's no textbooks and no one wants to learn anything and...
Wilbur, no one expects you to be the perfect teacher right away. Wake your students' enthusiasm for magic. That would be a good start.
teacher all alone? Why aren't there any other teachers?
Many mages died during the war. There were only a few of us left. And most of those who survived are now pursuing more lucrative activities. Alchemy, ghost hunting, children's birthday parties.
But training new mages is important. If the rest are just out for the gold, then who will take care of the next generation?
Being a teacher is an important and honourable task, Wilbur, even when others fail to appreciate that.
You said I should inspire my students, but how am I supposed to do that? I don't know anything about the history of magic.
Obviously not, otherwise you would know that you'll never attract anyone with that subject.
But it's in the curriculum.
Oh, bugger the curriculum. Do what you're good at. Cast spells. Fill them with wonder. Make them want to be able to do the same.
But I don't know how.
Wilbur, you conjured a sheep out of a hat, and you didn't know how to do that either. Go out there and knock them dead. Let the magic do the work. You may not know what you're doing, but you're doing it.
Just do some magic.
Just do some magic.
Your brother called me a natural talent. I am really quite good at magic, right?
You did some incredible things during your training.
I just wish I could control the magic better. Sometimes it just bubbles out of me, and other times, nothing.
I think that will come with time. And if not, you will have to rely on your ingenuity.
You trained me. Why aren't you teaching at the school with me?
Politics. My brother is the Archmage, and he's in the middle of an election campaign. If he were to give his own brother a job, well, his opponents would just love that. But I'm not angry. I did my part. I trained mages when no one else would. And I found the most talented gnome mage the world has ever seen.
Apparently there was a powerful gnome mage a long time ago. Did he kill any dragons?
According to legend, the last of the great dragons, Gremma, was defeated by a gnome.
That's the one I mean. What was that gnome's name?
No one knows. He arrived at a time of great need and saved the people of the Southlands by accomplishing the impossible. Then he disappeared without a trace.
Wow. But one of my students asked me for his name.
Then he probably wanted to lead you up the garden path. Some students want to find your weaknesses and see how far they can go. Don't take any guff.
Thanks for your help, Master Marcus. I'll get through the lesson one way or another, and now I'll get back in touch, okay?
Sorry, but no, Wilbur. You caught me packing. I'm off to spend 2 exciting weeks with a couple of friends.
What, you got on vacation? Well, now?
Maybe it's more than just a holiday. I sold the mage school, as you know. I want to start something new. Finally do what I really want to do. Role-playing games.
Role-playing games?
Live role-playing games. They start in a few days. We leave the normal world of magic, monsters and dungeons behind and immerse ourselves in a fantasy world. I play a removals contractor who is caught in a traffic jam with his truck and must therefore spend a night in a motel. Can you imagine what adventures could be waiting there for me?
But I thought being a teacher was really important, and...
That it is. Have fun.
That's Marcus. Hello. The way he looks at the moment, he could give Bertram, the world's fattest hamster, a run for his money. But he'll get back to normal. A short nap and he'll be right as rain. Come on, Wilbur. You can do it. You can inspire your students. That's better.
So what about the magic runes?
No one knows the name of the gnome that defeated Gremma. Nice try. Feet off the desk, or I'll make it bite them off. Ah, enough with history of magic. Let's cast some spells. Fairy games doesn't sound bad, right?
Impossible!
Not bad, eh? Wow! That is magic. And here you can learn how to control it. That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll do something else.
Oh, sorry, honey. Get rid of that, will you? I need a word with Mr. Weathervane. Mr. Weathervane, nice to finally meet you in person.
And you are?
How very precious. I rather thought it'd be wise to watch out for you, Mr. Weathervane.
Why watch out for me?
You only play the innocent little country yokel. I always knew that. Your patron, Archmage Alistair, will not win the election against me. Did you know that we're only 3 points behind him in the latest polls?
No, I wasn't aware of that. How may I help you?
Help me? One of the Archmage's top men wants to help me. You know how the game is played, don't you, Weathervane?
What game?
Things are heating up. The House of Cards is starting to collapse. I know it, and Alistair knows it too. We both lie low, waiting for the other to make a mistake. And he has made the first.
What mistake did the Archmage make?
He hired you. A gnome with a fake diploma issued by none other than the Archmage's brother Marcus.
I earned my diploma honestly. I have passed all 3 of the exams and...
Gnomes know nothing of magic. Everyone knows that. And you've never taught before.
But Archmage Alistair believes in me.
As the head mage, he appoints the professors. But I'm the merchant council leader and I assign the administrative posts. Headmaster Block will reveal your incompetence and the newspapers will report on the Archmage's dubious personnel policy before the election.
My friend, Archmage Alistair, is better suited to bring the city and the country back into shape than anyone else.
Oh, you believe that? He is a great mage. Anyone who doubts that is mad. And he was a great leader during the war, most of the time. But what we need now is someone who understands the economy.
And that's you?
I am a rich and successful merchant. I have rich and successful friends. Who could be better suited to making others rich and successful?
Alistair would step down for you if he believed that.
You know what? I actually believe you're right. Strange, isn't it? How little he worries about defending his power.
The new headmaster, who is he?
Horatius Block. A good man. Very correct and very strict.
If he can help this school return to its former glory, I look forward to working with him.
Former glory? This old ruin, it was already run down back in my day. And wherever it was for the last 20 years, it definitely looks like they didn't have any cleaners.
You shouldn't have just shot my fairy.
Do not underestimate me, Mr. Weathervane. I am very well aware that those are not fairies. Cobolus Vergastus, flying kobolds. Don't tell me you conjured them up yourself.
Yes, I did. All 5 of them.
Amazing! Powerful magic is needed to manifest living creatures. That is why most necromancers only reanimate skeletons. Dead matter can be much more easily controlled, as of course you know. Or should know.
So I guess it's all been said, hasn't it?
Indeed. You're on a sinking ship, Withervane, but I could still be convinced to throw you a life preserver.
I trust the Archmage.
Then, Mr. Withervane, you shall perish with him. Here, elect Sybil Van Buren. She knows how to get it done. Come along, honey, we're leaving.
There aren't any of these in my book of fairy tales, Mama.
I know, honey. Who wants to look at something that ugly?
Can you turn him into a unicorn, or the Cheshire Cat, or the Frog Prince?